he estado esta mañana, ahora llevo una cosa que quería, un regalo para mi padre que le había tanteado y uno para mi madre, o sea, no...
Princess Kalina of Bulgaria, also known as the Duchess of Saxony, is a royal princess that was born into legacy and power as a very beautiful and charming young lady. However, along the line, her appearance began to change. Many suggested she went through plastic surgery, but that was not the case. Her life is filled with daring choices and bold self-expression. But what really happened to Princess Kalina? Watch the full video to find out. Early life of Princess Kalina. Looking back at her roots, Kalina was born on the 19th of January, 1972, in the nation Bulgaria, officially the Republic of Bulgaria. This is a country in Southeast Europe, situated on the eastern portion of the Balkans directly south of the Danube River and west of the Black Sea. Princess Kalina is the fifth child and only daughter of King Tsar Simeon II and Queen Margarita. However, at the time of her birth, the Bulgaria monarchy no longer held power, and the Bulgarians were having complications in their heritage. She was baptized by the Roman Catholic Rite, and she graduated from the Lycée Français, where her father and four brothers had previously studied. She then continued her studies at the English College in the Spanish capital city. Princess Kalina later headed to London, where she obtained a degree in history of art. Her father, Tsar Simeon II, has been a Bulgaria king from a young age, but sadly, in 1946, he lost his throne when their country became a republic nation under Soviet influence. Royalty moved into exile for the people of Bulgaria, and Simeon was compelled to live far away from a country he was once set to rule over. King Simeon and his family moved from city to city, seeking refuge before they finally settled down in Spain, where Kalina grew up. She was raised among top royal Europeans and aristocrats, being surrounded by Spain's diverse and rich culture. The gloom of a lost kingdom followed the Bulgarian family despite the beautiful scenery and stability in Europe. Even through turbulent times, Bulgaria has been an emblem of a strong and stable nation. And although their monarchy was abolished, Bulgarians still have a standing for their royal heritage. Kalina had four brothers while growing up: Kardam, Kirill, Kubrat, and Konstantin Asen. Her family was flexible despite coming from a royal background. They were able to embrace modern lifestyles, relinquishing their royal standards. King Simeon and Queen Margarita were quite open-minded and encouraged their children to embrace diverse cultures and experiences, whilst instilling in them an understanding of their Bulgaria cultural heritage and values. The last Tsar, Simeon II, Kalina's father, became Prime Minister of Bulgaria in 2001 and remained in office until 2005. Members of the royal family claim the titles of Prince or Princess of Bulgaria and Duke or Duchess in Saxony, with the style of Royal Highness. In the spirit of dynastic traditions, and in addition to her title Princess of Bulgaria, Kalina also received the family titles Princess Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, Duchess of Saxony, and Tsar Simeon handed over to her the title Countess Mirani by succession. In compliance with the statutes of King Boris and Queen Giovanna Royal Heritage Fund in the Board of Trustees, Princess Kalina is the second senior member next to Prince Kirill. The princess is a holder of the Grand Cross of the Royal Order of St. Alexander. Princess Kalina's eccentric lifestyle. Growing up in Spain exposed Kalina to another level of freedom she may not have had access to if their monarchy remained, and she lived in Bulgaria. Living in Spain gave her the leverage to experience another kind of royal lifestyle. Part of this freedom was able to shape her into something that shocked the world. From an early age, Princess Kalina used to pay strong attention to art and had a profound interest in it. She had the inspiration of her own to take on the role of an artist. She was brought to London to read history of the arts. At that time, she became actively involved in restoration, applied arts, and preservation of cultural and historical heritage. Princess Kalina quickly attained sophisticated expertise in the study, identification, and restoration of certain styles of furniture, art objects, interior solutions, and historical design. The princess is strongly captivated by the Bulgarian national embroideries, buckles, crafts, and costumes. She can often be seen wearing the Bulgarian costumes of her grandmother Queen Giovanna at various worldly events, combined with modern accents and details. The older Princess Kalina gets, the more it becomes clear she is nothing short of a traditional royal. She constantly stood out among European royalty, known for her bold styles and eclectic tastes. She was unafraid to defy the norms in order to duly express herself. While her title and background often place her in the limelight, Kalina has consistently chosen a quieter, more nature-focused way of life, favoring personal fulfillment over public appearances. She possessed a deep level of transparency, living in her little world and doing the things she loved. While other royals want to be classic and elegant, Kalina chooses the wild and turbulent way. She had a liking for bright colors and crazy silhouettes, dressing in dramatic ways that reflected her adventurous spirit. Kalina's unique fashion sense always sparked conversations and was seen as weird, but she couldn't care less. Anything that would add a theatrical flair to her appearance is what she goes for. This also includes her love for oversized hats, traditional jewelry, and heavy makeup. Kalina's outlook always speaks volumes, telling the world she is determined to be herself, regardless of royal expectations. Her style options were daring and intriguing. Whether at formal events or casual outings, one thing is certain: Kalina would dress in her way, blending elements of bohemian and avant-garde fashion with a little touch of royal compilations. Princess Kalina also has a deep connection to animals and nature beyond her unique style. She would often gravitate toward the countryside to engage in more grounded activities and immerse herself in nature, unlike other royals who aimed for the glamour of the high life in society. Occasionally, as she traveled and lived in different parts of the world, her interest in natural conservation grew intensely. She loved horses and had a particular affinity for them. She was determined not to be bound by tradition like other royals, but to explore her world through its beauty, as she sees it from her mind. Princess Kalina experimented with different outlooks and various outstanding hairstyles. She would often dye her hair in different unusual shades, proving herself as a nonconformist among royals. She was not one to move with the trend. She followed through with what she loved, creating her trend regardless of what anyone had to say. Princess Kalina has a mind of her own, refusing to be caged by the idea of how a princess should act or look. She is just a woman who has chosen to be herself, valuing authenticity and personal expression above royal formalities, carving out her path beautifully. Simultaneously, the princess is actively involved in the cause of defending animal rights and the protection of nature and the environment. In 2013, the princess and her son received Bulgarian citizenship. Since then, she has been actively competing in horseback riding on behalf of Bulgaria. Although the princess has largely avoided the intense public spotlight that follows many European royals, she has not been immune to scrutiny, particularly due to her unconventional lifestyle choices. Over the years, Kalina's personal life has often sparked debates among royal observers and critics, especially in more traditional circles where adherence to royal norms and expectations is highly valued. One of the earliest moments of public contention came with her marriage to Kitin Muñoz, a Spanish commoner and adventurer, in 2002. While royal marriages outside of noble circles are more common today, at the time, Kalina's decision raised eyebrows among both royal insiders and the public. Another source of public scrutiny she faced was her decision to shave her head in 2008. As a personal choice, she drew widespread media attention, with some criticizing her for not adhering to royal norms of appearance. Kalina, however, has consistently maintained that her choices reflect her individuality and should not be subject to public judgment. Moreover, her struggles did not end with public scrutiny over her marriage and lifestyle choices. The tragic demise of her eldest brother, Kardam, in 2015 deeply affected the family. Kardam had been severely injured in a car accident in 2008, which left him in a coma for several years before his eventual passing. As the heir to the Bulgarian royal legacy, Kardam's demise was a significant blow to the Saxe-Coburg-Gotha family. For Kalina, losing a sibling with whom she shared a close bond was a deeply personal and painful experience. During this difficult time, she demonstrated resilience, choosing to keep much of her grief private while continuing her commitments to her family and personal causes. Despite these challenges, Princess Kalina has remained steadfast in her values and approach to life. Rather than bending to the expectations of the public or royal tradition, she has consistently chosen to follow her passions and live a life that aligns with her convictions. Her resilience in the face of public scrutiny and personal loss has only solidified her reputation as a royal who is not defined by titles or expectations, but by her authenticity and strength of character. Through it all, Princess Kalina's ability to weather both personal struggles and external criticism speaks of her resilience. Her journey shows that even those born into royal privilege are not immune to the complexities of life. Yet, it is precisely these complexities that make her such a relatable and intriguing figure. Princess Kalina relationship and marriage. Sometime in the early 2000s, Princess Kalina met Quitin Muñoz, a Spanish adventurer, scientist, and former commando. He is known for his fearless expression of adventure and exploration, as he had tried 3 times to cross the Pacific Ocean. His connection to Kalina was an instant one, as they both shared a profound love for nature and adventure, with a clear spirit of independence. Quitin's journeys and adventures were inspired by ancient civilizations. Extraordinary and almost impossible feats were no strange matters to him, as he was known for his rather dangerous expeditions across the sea and beyond, also living his life far from any royal norms and expectations. Princess Kalina was easily drawn to his free-spirited and carefree nature. She was captivated by his courage and strong will. She saw traits that mirrored her personality and desire to live life outside of the terms and according to her way. Their romance unfolded from the spotlight into their little world, away from formalities and public appearances like a usual traditional royal courtship. Their relationship was strongly rooted in mutual respect and adventure. 2 unique lovers captivating each other's minds. Kalina was happy she found herself a partner who understood and embraced her individuality, someone who wasn't afraid to break away from the accepted worldviews and expectations. Kalina and Quitin eventually got married in 2002, and their wedding was as unique as their love story. It was far from their royal traditional ceremony, although the wedding took place in Bulgaria, honoring Kalina's heritage. There was no lavish display of traditionalism. Everything was cordial and simple as the couple intended it to be. They meant to keep things understated, grounded, personal, and yet meaningful. The wedding celebrations were the first in Bulgaria of a royal family member after the wedding of Tsar Boris and Queen Ioana in 1930. In an emotional speech during her wedding attended by the President of the Republic, King Simeon said, "Years ago I had 3 dreams: to see Bulgaria and its worthy people free, to return forever to the homeland, and to marry off my daughter. And thankfully, all 3, thank God, came true." King Simeon built a small chapel dedicated to the all-Bulgarian patron Saint John of Rila Miracle Worker on the site of the wedding performance. The chapel, consecrated in 2016, is still available to visitors to date. The dress for the princess's wedding was created by a detailed Bulgarian fashion designer, and she made a silk combination with Bulgarian national motifs and elements. Princess Kalina wore a simple dress and had a minimalist approach for the day. And to add to her style, she shaved her eyebrows, a decision that left many in shock but also captured how unconventional she was, stating that even on the most important day of her life, she would not give in to traditional standards, revealing a symbolic willingness to embrace her fearless authenticity. Over the years, Princess Kalina and Quitin's marriage has continued to flourish in bliss and love, grounded in deep affection for each other, shared love for exploration, mutual respect for nature, and a commitment to their family life. Gladly, in 2007, they welcomed their son. Kalina and Quitin's son, Simeon Hassan, was named after Kalina's father, as an honor for her Bulgaria heritage. They raised their son in the city of Morocco. They created a world blended with a deep love for nature and cultural traditions, building an atmosphere where Simeon could experience his royal lineage and the rich cultural influences of his parents. For Princess Kalina, marriage was all about finding a partner with whom you can be yourself and share your life, someone who would embrace life possibilities with you and cherish authenticity, not someone who only fits the royal mold and standards. Their stands for life complement each other, and that was enough for Kalina. However, the couple's non-traditional lifestyle choices after marriage, particularly their decision to live in Morocco rather than in Europe, left some royal commentators perplexed. The move was viewed by many as a break from royal protocol, as it distanced her from the typical royal duties and public engagements expected of a princess. Princess Kalina changes on her physical appearance. Princess Kalina finally revealed her looks after being away from the spotlight for 4 years. However, she immediately went viral after making her appearance to the world. On the 29th of May, she was spotted attending a funeral alongside her husband, Kitin. She instantly commanded attention to herself because of her shocking physical appearance. Princess Kalina of Bulgaria looked astoundingly awful, as many will say, with her muscular physique. This new appearance left people questioning how long the royal princess had been in this dreadful transformation. The other royals could not understand why she would transition into such an athletic frame and what she had done with her facial features. The changes in her facial outlook were explained by her husband that the princess had been involved in an accident that resulted in the loss of her 2 front teeth, causing her to see a dentist for artificial replacements. However, it caused other complications, including an infection that started to spread over to her eyes. Princess Kalina was taken to the hospital for emergency surgery to save her from the rapid spread of the infection, which caused her cosmetic damage. But that was overlooked, as the important thing was to ensure her facial features were saved and her infection treated. In 2018, her nose lost all of its volumes, leaving her nose area with just 2 holes to pass out for a nose. Although Princess Kalina makes her intentions seem genuine and worth it, the world does not see it in that light, as they constantly criticize and talk against her decision, stating that she looks scary and inhuman. Some people angrily condemn her actions, inciting that it is because she is wealthy and lacks the need for money management, so she abuses the use of money for cosmetic surgery and skin replacement, causing permanent damages to herself that are most likely to be irreversible. Other genuine fans of Princess Kalina are deeply concerned for her, stating that she is taking things too far and asking questions to know about her welfare. Everyone knows Kalina to have always been a rebel, but nobody saw the trace of her turning into the nature of what she seems now. She keeps surprising the world with her change of image, living in the ideas she has forged herself. Her husband's explanation greatly bypassed the malicious rumors behind Princess Kalina's transformation, as a necessity for her health and not as a failed surgery to improve her appearance. However, fans find it hard to believe that an accident she had when she was 8 will cause an infection after so many years that will cause her to go on with all these changes in her appearance. So once again, many speculations came up, stating that Kalina's husband was in on this unsettling decision of his wife and was trying to make excuses for her to the public. Nonetheless, from what we know, Princess Kalina may be really going through the trials of health challenges, and these surgeries could be a result of her undergoing treatments and not for aesthetics and style purposes. All of these notable physical changes have made Princess Kalina a figure of public intrigue. Concerning her muscular outlook, Princess Kalina was seen candidly for the first time speaking about it incredibly. She told the Spanish magazine, "If I don't train, I don't feel well. The only reason I do it is to be healthy and feel good." She also talked about her fitness regime. Kalina said, "I do 4 sets of 12 reps. I pull 70 kilos of back pull, 30 kilos of shoulders, 15 in each hand with dumbbells, and 20 kilos of biceps curls." Her revelations of her workout routine immediately explained why she looked so masculine during her appearance at the funeral. However, her fans only felt she must be going crazy in finding pleasure in transforming her feminine physique to a masculine one and feeling good about it. Princess Kalina also revealed her active lifestyle includes taking her dog for a mountain walk of up to 4 hours every day. She also snow skis, kite surfs, and goes horse riding. She told Sun magazine, "When your body and mind say enough, your spirit must push and say, continue, but in the end, it always pays off." Princess Kalina's achievements and family legacy. While Princess Kalina may live a quieter life than many expect of royalty, she has made notable contributions to several causes. She is an advocate for sustainable living. Princess Kalina is known for her involvement in various environmental organizations and her efforts to promote organic farming in Bulgaria. Her passion for horses has also made her actively participate in equestrian sports and events. She is a skilled rider, having competed in events across Europe, and her love for animals, particularly horses, is well documented. In addition to her environmental efforts, Kalina has also worked to raise awareness about Bulgaria's cultural heritage. She frequently participates in charity events and initiatives that aim to preserve Bulgarian history and promote national pride. Her connection to her father's legacy as Tsar has made her an ambassador of sorts for Bulgaria, often bridging the gap between the country's royal past and its modern-day aspirations. As Bulgaria continues to evolve, the role of its former royal family may shift, but Kalina's legacy will undoubtedly be one of authenticity, passion, and resilience. What do you think about Princess Kalina's eccentric lifestyle and her current appearance? Feel free to share your opinions in the comment section below. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Before you go, click on the other videos displayed on your screen.